All right, right now it's 6 o'clock. Several families were forced out of their homes after a condo complex caught fire. We'll have a live report from West Haven in just moments.
A teenager dead after he was stabbed outside of an East Haven school. What police and the community are saying.
Also, staying safe on the roads this Memorial Day weekend can be as easy as slowing down. And there's an effort to make the roads safer past this weekend. The news at 6 starts right now.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good Thursday morning. Thanks for being with us. It's going to be a great day to get outside. Plan for it for sure. Thanks for being with us. I'm Erica Arias.
And I'm Tim Lambert. It's going to be sunnier. Probably the coolest, maybe high temperature, at least of the past couple of days, maybe the week, Matt and Scott. But I'm not complaining. It'd be nice and refreshing out there.
I just kind of diagramming that sentence. Yeah, no, it made sense.
Early enough.
Cool aside. Yeah, no, that's right. Good morning to you, Tim. Hey, look at this. It's not that we have more sunshine. It's just that it's bluer skies out there. There's a lot less smoke out there. It is a little cooler today for now, though, because we have a nice little warm up coming in, and the holiday weekend is looking fantastic. Look at this. Nothing to do. We have a little breeze out of the north across the board right now. Temperatures ranging from 42 in Torrington up to 50 degrees in New Haven. We've got 48 right now in the capital city, 49 in Groton. But check out the winds, double digits in some parts, 5 to 15 miles an hour, again coming in from the north. Temperatures a little lower than what we've seen all week, but the trade-off is it's a lot prettier out there with blue skies and a little breeze, so keep that in mind if you're doing lunch outside, which I recommend. We'll talk about that, have a look at the holiday weekend forecast in a few minutes. Let's go to the roads right now. Lauren Zenzi, good morning.
Good morning to you, Matt. Good morning, everyone. Still following this massive tractor-trailer fire out in Danbury on the eastbound side of I-84. The cleanup is pretty impressive. DEP is on scene. We have several excavators on scene as well. It's what has been, or what was, a tractor-trailer. They have been completely demolishing it on scene. You could see them working with a dumpster right there, the dumpster filling up. So what we know as of right now is that there are no injuries reported, which is some great news. But unfortunately, this just causing a huge backup for the morning commute on the eastbound side of I-84, just because of how significant this cleanup is, because they're just demolishing the tractor trailer right on scene. So 2 lanes are closed, traffic operating in just the left lane on the eastbound side of I-84. DEP says that there was a fuel spill here, so they are on scene evaluating and doing whatever cleanup work they can. This is right at exit 2. The exit 2 off ramp is still closed at this time, so hopefully this will be clear in the next hour or so, but unfortunately there's really no time. There's really no way to tell besides it's whenever it's cleaned up at this point. But luckily, the main takeaway is that there are no injuries reported. In and around the capital city, 91, 84, Route 2 here in the Hartford area, all looking good. Taking a live look down in Fairfield County, we're starting to see those delays build up in the Bridgeport to Fairfield area. Over down in Norwalk, though, traffic moving at about 60 miles an hour, guys.
Lauren, thank you. It is 6:03 this morning. West Haven firefighters are still investigating after a fire tore through a condo complex late last night. This was right off of Coleman Street near I-95.
Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is there live in West Haven with a look at the damage. Brooke, good morning.
Good morning to you both. Now that the sun is up, we're really getting a look at the scale of that damage. You can see just how much of this apartment building is really impacted by that fire. Although at this point, they are starting to board up and clean some of this up now. Even standing here right now, I can actually see straight through this building all the way to the other side. It is hard from this angle, but there's just a lot of damage here this morning. But take a look at the video from last night. This is a look at the scene from the Mallard Brook condo complex yesterday evening. Multiple fire departments and units were here trying to knock that fire down that started around 10 o'clock. Now, residents tell us at least 6 units have been impacted either by the fire itself or from smoke damage, meaning multiple people and families are without a home this morning. Now, we're still waiting to hear the official details from firefighters, including what they believe may have caused this fire. And one woman says she saw the flames inside her own apartment, grabbed her kids, and ran out as quickly as she could.
Everything happened fast. I was in the living room and I told my husband, let's go to the room. And once we went to the room, I heard the lady screaming. When we looked, we saw fire only.
And of course, whenever tragedy like this strikes, it's really incredible if you see or find someone that may be going out of their way to show kindness to those impacted. Coming up in the next hour, you'll hear from a woman who was showing that kind of kindness and what she had to say. Live in West Haven, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Okay, Brooke, thank you for that report. It is now 6:05 this Thursday morning, and this morning in New Haven, 5 people we know were hurt in a 3-car crash last night on Ella Grasso Boulevard. Officials said it happened at the intersection of Washington Street. One of those people at last check was in critical condition at a hospital. Police are still investigating what led up to the crash.
And this morning, still no arrests or charges in the death of the North Branford teenager stabbed during a fight in East Haven this week. The chief medical examiner says 15-year-old Dustin Ceccarelli died after being stabbed in the chest. His death has been ruled a homicide. The incident happening Tuesday night on the grounds of Tuttle Elementary School. People in that area are shocked and saddened by the violence.
Upset for the family, all the families involved. You know, and it's sad that life had to be lost. I saw the police. There was kids running that were younger, scared because they saw some kid, bleeding.
One neighbor telling us that she emailed police Wednesday asking for more patrols and hopes to start a neighborhood petition. In an email sent to East Haven parents, the superintendent says the suspect is an East Haven high school student.
This morning, hundreds of group home and date program workers will be back on the picket line for a second day as they protest for more state funding. 6 agencies that help those with disabilities in our state are calling for an additional $400 million in funding, hoping that will lead to access to better benefits, including health care, pension benefits, and higher wages. Some people with whom we spoke yesterday said they're just trying to make ends meet.
Nobody don't want to come and work for $17.25. Because it's really a lot that we have to do.
I work at least 100 hours per pay period, more than that, sometimes 150 hours pay period.
The organizing union said the extra money would allow for at least a pathway to a minimum wage of $25 an hour.
Happening today, we're expected to get more details on funding to address the maternal mortality crisis here in America. This morning, Senator Blumenthal is expected to announce $2 million in federal funding to go to the Community Health Center in New Britain to help improve maternal health outcomes and reduce disparities. CHC New Britain will develop patient-centered models of care that address the needs of their patients at highest risk mortality. Now, lawmakers and state officials are reacting after the State House passed a bill that could lead the way to red light cameras. If approved by the Senate and signed by the governor, the bill would allow towns to install this technology at intersections deemed high risk. Now, this proposal is part of the legislature's larger focus on improving roadway safety this session.
We had 104 bipartisan votes in support of safer roadways in Connecticut. That speaks to the urgency of our need.
Now what you end up with is no interaction with the police, which is a concern, but then each town arguably having their own adjudicative process. What the House passed is really a bridge too far.
Again, if the measure is written, if the measure as written is signed into law, drivers would receive a warning, followed by a $50 fine for the next offense and $75 on subsequent violations.
AAA is expecting the roads to be even busier this weekend than they were on past Memorial Day weekends. It's expecting 400,000 people in Connecticut to drive at least 50 miles this weekend. And if so, that would be a 6% increase from last year. If you include all of New England, that number is expected to be about 2 million people driving that much. Of course, many of them going to be with family and friends.
I think people are just trying to hold each other close and enjoy that there's another opportunity to be with each other, and hopefully everybody's making it travel-wise.
Before you head out, make sure your ride is road ready. Bring an emergency kit in case your car does break down. And as always, give yourself plenty of time out there just to account for traffic. No need to stress. State police said they're preparing for the increase in cars on the roads. Starting this evening and going through Monday night, 11 troopers will be conducting extra roving DUI patrols. And at 7:30, 11 troops, not troopers. And at 7:30, we're going to speak with state police on what you can do to keep you and other drivers safe.
If your Memorial Day weekend plans included taking a swim at Hot Brook Lake in Middlebury, it looks like you are going to have to cancel. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers says swimming is banned until the lake's bacteria levels drop substantially. It's been testing the water and says it is over state safety standards. Now, with that said, the surrounding recreation area is open for picnicking and also for hiking.